Welcome on in, Big Ten Tournament quarterfinal here between Penn State and Ohio State, and it's 2-0 Buckeyes already. Glad to have you with us here on this Friday evening. Two-0 lead for Ohio State on Penn State right now. And we're going to get a foul on Ohio State. The 7-seed Penn State against the 2-seed Ohio State. Here in this one. Three-pointer. No good. And now we're going to get a foul. I believe it's going to go against Penn State. Yep, that's a foul. Down low. No good. That shot no good for Stevens, and it's loose. Two 0 here. Penn State won last night. Three-pointer no good, and the rebound is tracked down. To the bucket and a score for Ohio State. Now we're going to get an offensive foul against Penn State, I believe. .18:05 to play first half. And Jay-Sean Tate can't score. And Penn State scores. The inbound here. Going inside. That's dumped down low. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Penn State. Will stay here. We're forced to shoot. That long ball, no good. It's tracked down by the Nittany Lions. And we're going to get an offensive foul against Penn State. That's 4 fouls on Penn State. Turned over. Nittany Lions. That shot no good. That shot no good. Tracked down. And Tony Carr scores. Now it's moved down. It's taken away. Wheeler. Inside, and it's taken all the way. Lamar Stevens. And it's 6-4. Lamar Stevens, 4 points, 2 for 3 shooting. Buckeyes right now trailing by 2. In there, no good. And now Penn State the other way. Tony Carr, long 2. No good. And it's stolen away. Tony Carr for 3. Got it! Oh, my! 9-4 lead for Penn State. 9-0 scoring run for the Nittany Lions. Inside, Jay Shante, and it's stolen away. Well, we're going to get a foul, I believe. We are going to take a break and be right back here in the Big Ten Tour. And we're back here. Here we're back, 9-4, 13:45 to play. Now Ohio State moving up the court. Wesson. Now to Potter. Jackson. Three-pointer. Williams, no good. That bucket, no good. Offensive rebound for Penn State. Long three is good for Shep Garner. It was 4-0 Ohio State, now 12-4 Penn State on Ohio State. Outside, three-pointer. Got it. The answer from Andre Wesson. And finally, the Buckeyes score. It was blocked off of Garner. So, and Jayshawn Tate now taking it up the court for the Buckeyes. Three-pointer in the corner. No good for C.J. Jackson. It's loose. And now the Buckeyes pull it away. Jayshawn Tate underneath. And it's a three-point game. Held the 9 with under 12 minutes to go first half. Tony Carr. Lance Stevens. And it's rejected in a shot clock violation. Micah Potter on the defensive effort. We'll be back in just a moment. Back here in this one, 12-9 lead. Three-pointer taken, Tony! Or not Tony Carr. That is Micah Potter for Ohio State. 12-12 game in this one. 8-0 scoring run for Ohio State. It's an over and back on Penn State, and another turnover. Tomorrow on CBS, it's the semifinals. We'll have Michigan State, Michigan tomorrow on CBS. And then the winner of this one will take on the winner of the game we have coming up later tonight right here on JJ Sports. Micah Potter. And a three-pointer goes in for C.J. Jackson. And Ohio State on its own 11-0 scoring run. We've had a 9-0 scoring run, or I believe a 12-0 scoring run for Penn State, and now a 11-0 scoring run for Ohio State. Not going to be answered here. Offensive rebound. Wheeler with that offensive rebound. Bostic. Long two is no good, and it's kicked out. Bostic gets it back. Three-pointer is good. Josh Reeves knots the game at 15. Six second chance points for Penn State. Now a three-pointer. Not going to go. Offensive rebound, and that's not going to go. So what a break for Penn State. Kick out. To Shep Garner. Now Wheeler. Jamari Wheeler. Outside three-pointer. No good. Tipped out of bounds. It'll go to the Buckeyes. 13th team in the nation in the AP poll. Second-ranked team in the Big Ten for the Big Ten tournament. Just a game shy of the number one seed that'll be playing tomorrow in Michigan State. $8:55 to play first half. Three-pointer for Jayshawn Tate. That's Cam Williams, rather, with the three-pointer. Outside. To the top. Lamar Stevens with that floater, and it's not going to go. Now pushed on ahead for Dockich, and Dockich gets the bucket. 16-3 scoring run for Ohio State, and a foul is going to be called on the Buckeyes. That shot not going to go for Penn State, and it's going to stay here with the Nittany Lions when we come back. We're going to get to our third commercial break of the night. Be back in just a moment. And we're back here. And a shot for Carr. (20 to 18 now. Not going to go. Offensive rebound. And it's taken away Tony Carr. And a foul on Ohio State. Going down low. It's rejected. Now pushed on ahead. Andrew Dockich. Three-pointer. No good. Offensive rebound. Jayshawn Tate. But it's loose. Now picked up. And it's in. Big time for Keita Bates-Diaz. (18-22) with 6:40 to play in the first half. Tony Carr lost it and pushed on ahead to Jayshawn Tate, and Jayshawn Tate takes it in. 24-18, and we get a timeout here by Penn State. It was a whole nother story last night. We had a very close game between Penn State and Northwestern. And it seems like we got another exciting one tonight. Be back in just a moment. Back right here. 24-18 lead. 20-6 run for Ohio State. Corner three is good for Lamar Stevens. Lamar Stevens, 7 points, 3 for 7 shooting. DJ Jackson now to Cam Williams. Three-pointer, Jayshawn Tate, and it goes. Penn State had made 5 threes, only 3 twos in this game. Down low, it is good. Lamar Stevens draws the foul, and he scores the bucket. One more free throw for Penn State to try to make it a 3-point game. And it is good. 27-24. With 5:24 to play, first half. Can't get it to go. And Weston is fouled. Two shots now. The line. First one no good for Caleb Weston. This free throw is good. (28-24) our score with 5 minutes to play first half. Turning. Lamar Stevens is fouled. Going to go against Tate in his second. Carr gets it in. Back to Carr. And Tony Carr to the bucket. And it's a 2-point game, 26-28. Our score here, 4:30 to play in the first half. DJ Jackson, cross-court pass. Jayshawn Tate, down low, pivoting. Up top, two men miss. And I believe we're going to get a turnover on the Buckeyes. They're going to call travel against Cam Williams on that one. The 4:17 to play first half. The fifth turnover for Ohio State. Tony Carr. Now Lamar Stevens. Stevens is going to go towards the bucket, and he's fouled. He'll get 2 shots at the line. Two shots for Penn State. First one goes for Stevens. And the second falls, and we've got a tie game at 28. Now Penn State in the bonus for the remainder of the first half. 3:55 to play here in the first half. DJ Jackson. Now Potter. And Potter is going to commit the turnover. We have more to come after this commercial. So we're back here, 28-28, our score. Loose. And we're going to get a jump ball. State Farm halftime is coming up. (28-28) our score. Tony Carr. And Tony Carr scores. And now Caleb Caleb Wesson now gets an assist on Beats DF's bucket. 30-30. That was a floater that didn't go. Offensive rebound. And not going to get the and one for Julian Moore, but he's going to go to the line to shoot two. And Julian Moore missed the first free throw. Get one more. The second one does go for Penn State. (31-30). (150) to play first half. Wesson outside. CJ Jackson. Long three for Jackson, no good. And now Tony Carr. Penn State leading in this game. Ball's loose. Outside Tony Carr. No good. Offensive rebound again for Moore. Now Tony Carr scores again at the bucket. Another layup. And I believe we're going to get a foul on Penn State. First free throw for Bates Diop is good. The second one goes and we get a 1-point game. Tony Carr down low. That shot no good. And it's brought down by CJ Jackson. 30 seconds to play in the first half. Now Keita beats Diop. Down low. It's thrown up. And I believe it's going to go to Ohio State with 1 to shoot. We're going to get a timeout by Ohio State. 1 to shoot, 8 seconds to play first half. 1 second to shoot for Ohio State. In. Puts up a long three. It's tipped. Keita Bates-Diop. That shot no good, and it's halftime. 33-32 lead for Penn State. We'll be back for the second half shortly. And we're back here. Second half action. That shot no good. Put back up, and the foul for Ohio State. That shot is good. That is no good. Puts it right back up, and it finally goes in. 35 all. Jayshawn Tate. Cam Williams back to Tate. Jayshawn Tate down below, trying to find an option, and it's stolen away to the bucket. And the blocking foul is going to be called, and that's going to send Josh Reeves to the free throw line. Yeah, this I don't think he was set. He was. So it's going to be a basket interference on Penn State, so that the bucket did go in, but it's not going to count because of the basket interference. Free throw is good. And the bucket, the free throw line, 2 for 2 for Reeves. (37-35). Long two, no good. And it's tipped out on Josh Reeves. So Ohio State will take over. 18:25 to go, second half. C.J. Jackson. Not going to take the three. And a foul on Penn State. (37-35). Dockich inbounds. Pass out, three-pointer. Got it. And Penn State now extends the lead to 5. And a 7-0 scoring run just here in this after Ohio State was able to claim the lead in the second half. CJ Jackson. 3-pointer. No good. Reeves down low. It's rejected. And now Andrew Dockett up the floor. 2-on-1. Closing in. No good. And Penn State able to survive. And a foul is going to come here. It's going to be on Jayshawn Tate. His third personal. Jayshawn Tate, 10 points, 3 fouls. Andrew Dockett. That no good. 40-35. Well, to answer your question, the crowd. I know I've heard a lot louder crowds. I'll give that as an answer. It's sort of going. And an offensive foul going to be called against Penn State. That's going to take us to a commercial break. (40-35) lead in this one. Back in a few moments. Back here at the Big Ten tournament from New York City. Deshaun Tate playing with 3 fouls. And Tate going to go towards the center. Outside. A 3 to shoot. CJ Jackson is fouled. A very costly foul as the shot clock winding down. And the first free throw is good. And the second free throw good for CJ Jackson. And then Ohio State just down 3 with 15:20 to play, second half. Tony Carr. 2 to shoot. Long ball. Got it! What a shot with the shot clock out. Penn State and Tony Carr able to connect. Bates Diop, no good. Tony Carr with the defensive rebound for Penn State. Chip Garner. Now to the bucket. And a lack of defensive effort. And Penn State now up by 8 on the Buckeyes. 14:10 to play, second half. 3-pointer for CJ Jackson, no good. Another defensive rebound. Tony Carr, 12-2 scoring run now in the last 5:15 for Penn State. Under 14 minutes to play. Tony Carr. Ball is loose and it'll stay here. Well, Saturday night at 9 Eastern, we'll have the ACC's classic game of the year. Duke and North Carolina. We'll have that tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, right here on JJ Sports. 45-39, 13:47 to play, second half. Substitutions made. Deshaun Tate and CJ Jackson to the bench now for the Buckeyes. Tony Carr now with 6 to shoot. Will launch a deep 3. And it is tracked down by Cam Williams. Keita Bates Diop draws contact, hits the bucket, and he'll head to the line. That's the third foul on Tony Carr. One free throw now. The Big Ten Freshman of the Year and the Big Ten Player of the Year is good. Keita Bates Diop. Year to remember for him. Reeves is going to draw the blocking foul, and I believe it's going to go on Dockage. The Lions able to get it in. Tony Carr playing with 3 fouls. Tony Carr is going to go to the free throw line as he draws another foul. Tony Carr to the line, shooting 2 free throws. First free throw, no good. Tony Carr able to hit the second, and the lead is now 6. Penn State. Caleb Wesson now with 3 fouls. 13 minutes to play here. Carr, Stevens, and Harar all with 3 fouls for Penn State. Wesson got it to fall. Caleb Wesson makes it a 4-point game. 46-42. 12 and a half to play. Second half from Madison Square Garden. Wheeler finds Reeves, now kicked out. 3 to shoot. Long launch for Shep Gardner. No good, and it's going to go to Ohio State with 10 seconds above the 12-minute mark. (46-42). 12 minutes to play second half. Outside. Keita Bates Diop with a dunk. And it's a 2-point game. And Ohio State gets the steal, and they get the timeout. And a big-time steal for the Buckeyes, and get the timeout to preserve the possession, as Penn State has the possession arrow in this game. So if there was a jump ball out of that scrum, it would be Penn State ball. But it'll be Ohio State ball when we get back. Back here, world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. (46-44), under 12 minutes to play. (46-44). Are scored. The lead pass, Cam Williams ties the game. And Cam Williams leading the way on the 9-1 scoring run for Ohio State in the last 2 minutes. Now, Lamar Stevens outside. 3-ball, Garner. Shep Garner takes the lead for Penn State. Hard-fought game coming down to the final 11 minutes. Andrew Dockich out to Cam Williams. Williams long, 2, no good. Outside, Wesson got the 3 and the answer that they needed. And a tie game at 49. (10:35 to play, second half. Ball's loose. And a foul is going to go against Penn State. We have a good one coming up. 49-49, the under 12-minute timeout now. (10:30 to play, 49 all. Now, late in the game, 10:30 to play in this one. What needs to happen for Ohio State? They need to create some pressure defensively. Time and time again, Penn State has been able to score And it's got to stop. For the defense of Ohio State, if they want to come out victorious, it's going to have to start on the defensive end. Back in 30 seconds with more. I don't know how you can get any better than this game we have here. But coming up, we'll have Purdue and Rutgers later tonight here on JJ Sports. Winner of this game advances to the semis tomorrow on CBS. 49-all. Ohio State in the bonus the rest of the way. Bates Diop unable to score on that possession for Ohio State. Now Tony Carr taking it up for the Nittany Lions. Down low. It is a dunk for Julian Moore. 51-49 lead. Package. Out Bates Diop. Andre Wesson. Cam Williams, now Dakic. Wesson, now to the other Wesson. Caleb Wesson with 2 to shoot. Long 3, no good. And it's tracked down by Stevens. And Tony Carr has been a threat all night. Outside, three-pointer, no good. Rebound tracked down for Andrew Dakic. Dakic. Not going to drive all the way. And a foul is going to be called. It's going to be on Julian Moore. That's the 7th team foul. One and one for Ohio State. Caleb Wesson missed the first. So not going to get another one at the line. Big time missed opportunity there. 8:47 to play in this one. Tony Carr takes the contact and scores. This to make it a 5-point game. And it is good. 54-49 lead for the number 7 seed, Penn State. Deshaun Tate. Dakic, back to Tate. Down low. And it's Keita Bates Diop. Bates Diop cross-court pass. Caleb Wesson not able to hit the 3. Another empty possession for Ohio State. Can't afford those when you're trailing in this game. Ball is State. 8 to shoot now. Lamar Stevens. And Stevens is fouled on the shot, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. Take a break. We're under 8 minutes to play. Back here. 54-49 lead. Penn State on Ohio State. Third matchup of the year between these two teams. Penn State has won both games, including the one was won on a long three-pointer at the buzzer on the road for the Nittany Lions. Really what brought this team to where they are now is a team that is just outside the tournament. First free throw is good. For Lamar Stevens. And the second one is no good. Now Penn State in the bonus the rest of the way. Andre Wesson draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. (55-51) lead. Penn State on Ohio State. And Wesson able to get that one at the line. 55-52 lead. 7:30 to play second half. Outside. Now a foul going to be called against Ohio State. That's going to send Lamar Stevens back to the line. Shoot 2 more. And got the first at the line. Stevens to try to make it 5-point game. Got them both. 57-52 in this one. DJ Jackson. Back out to Jackson. Jackson. Dockich. Outside, Wesson. 3-pointer, Dockich, no good. Battle for the rebound is won by Penn State. Josh Reeves who gets the rebound, and now Tony Carr. Lamar Stevens. That shot no good. Ball is loose, taken away by the Buckeyes. Dockich. Bates Diop. Reason he's the player of the year. He gets his own rebound and he scores. (57-54) with 6:08 to play, second half. Tony Carr. Not able to get it. Bates Diop drags it ahead. Now Dockich. CJ Jackson. Screen from Wesson. Dockich. CJ Jackson. 3-pointer. Bates Diop. And it's a tie game. Got to be playing really well to be the Big Ten Player of the Year. And that draws a Penn State timeout with 5:24 to play. Back in just a moment. Back here, the freshman of the year and the player of the year in the Big Ten, Keita Bates Diop. That tying three just moments ago. But now Tony Carr and the Nittany Lions look to come back here. Stevens no good on the long two. And now brought ahead, CJ Jackson. 3-pointer. Got it! Cam Williams! And he has capped off this 8-0 scoring run. 4:47 to play. 3-pointer. It is good. Tony Carr has been great all night. Oh, wow. Cam Williams, another one. Tony Carr. Where will he go? Outside, Stevens. Shep Garner, and he draws the foul. So free throws coming for Shep Garner. 4:11 to play. Second half. Shep Garner. 2 free for 1-1. Gets the first. Get a second free throw at the line. $4:11 to play. Got the second. Four minutes to play. Down low, Wesson! And Ohio State regains the lead. 64-62. It is the rebound. Keita Bates-Diop. C.J. Jackson. Down low. Back to Keita Bates-Diop, and he will go to the free throw line when we get back. 64-62 lead. For Ohio State. Back here, 64-62, 3:24 to play. Second half of action in this quarterfinal matchup between the number 7 seed Penn State Nittany Lions and the number 2 seed Ohio State Buckeyes. Deep in this one, Keita Bates-Diop, the player of the year in the Big Ten, to the free throw line. $64-62 lead for the Buckeyes. This game is really coming down to the wire. I believe we're going to get a 1-on-1. Keita Bates-Diop at the line. Missed the front end. That is a big-time miss. Double bonus the rest of the way for Ohio State. Tony Carr. Tony Carr against Diop. Tony Carr to the bucket, and he can't score. Andrew Dockich on the rebound. DJ Jackson. And Drew Dockich. Dockich. Outside to Wesson. Now Keita Bates Diop. Pull up jumper. And a 4-point lead for the Buckeyes. Tony Carr. Working down low. Finds Julian Moore, who takes it to the house. (66-64) with under 2 minutes to play in this one. In there, Bates Diop finishes. And now a 4-point lead once again. 1:42 to play, second half. Tony Carr, 24 points in the night. Tony Carr is going to be fouled, and he will head to the free throw line. Tony Carr missed the first. He'll get one more at the line. (1:34), second half. Tony Carr, long night. Another free throw made. 65-68. (1:23 to play). Wesson, corner, Dockich. Now Wesson. 7 to shoot. Keita Bates Diop. Dockich. Diop! Deep three! No good! 1:02 to play. Now under a minute to play. In this game. Tony Carr gets rid of it. Josh Reeves. No good. Tipped up. Reeves. Offensive rebound. A foul called on Dockich. Dan Dockich, the father of Andrew Dockich, here on his feet. The final 47 seconds. And Josh Reeves gets the first one to fall. He will get one more. And Reeves makes it a 1-point game. 47 seconds to play. Penn State possession arrow. Both teams in the double bonus. Timeout, Ohio State. 41 seconds to play in this one. We'll be back in just a moment. 2 timeouts for Penn State, 1 for Ohio State. Both teams in the double bonus. Possession arrow favoring Penn State if we do get a jump ball in the last 41 seconds here at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Remember, Tony Carr, he hit the game-winning three-pointer on January 25th as time expired to win on the road against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Will the Nittany Lions get a miracle like that once again? Ohio State ball, 41 seconds to play. (68-67). (40 seconds to play in this Big Ten tournament quarterfinal. C.J. Jackson. Jackson finds Wesson. Now Bates Diop. 5 to shoot. It's stolen away. No foul going to be called. 15 seconds to go. Penn State with the ball and a chance to win here in the Big Ten tournament. Tony Carr has the ball. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. In. Oh! Slam with 2.8. Penn State takes the lead. And timeout is called by Ohio State. Wow. Well, first it has to start with the offensive turnover for Ohio State. Unacceptable. Then to put the ball in the hands of Tony Carr, he'll find the open guy, and he finds Josh Reeves for the dunk to take the lead. 69-68 here with just under 3 seconds to play. I think that clock is definitely right with 2.8 to go. You might add maybe another 1/10 of a second. (69-68), 3.1 on the clock now. And we're going to get a timeout by Penn State. Well, down the stretch, the timeout's valuable. 1 timeout remaining for Penn State, none for Ohio State with 3 seconds to play in this game. Back in about 15 seconds. Right back here. 3 seconds to play in this Big Ten quarterfinal. The winner will play the winner of Rutgers and Purdue, which will be later tonight. That game has to wait because this is a real good one. Back in 2010, a game winner for Ohio State in the final moments. C.J. Jackson, no good! And Penn State is going to go to the semifinal. 69-68, the final score. What a game! Josh Reeves, a slam dunk, would be the game winner tonight. What a game that we had between these two teams. 3 wins for Penn State against Ohio State this year. And I think the Penn State fans are saying, if that's not enough to get into the NCAA tournament, what is? Because Ohio State is a quality basketball team. You see C.J. Jackson, just not a good effort on this final shot. Didn't even get it off in time. And it seems so reminiscent of the game that happened earlier this year between these two teams, where Penn State just able to pull it out in the end. Close game overall. There were big leads at points. But in the end, a 1-point victory for the Penn State Nittany Lions. They'll play tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Central Time on CBS. Again, later tonight, we will have Rutgers, the 14 seed, against the 3 seed Purdue. But, Jay Carr, what did you think about this game? What'd you think about the game? Now, do you think Penn State can beat Purdue if that matchup happens tomorrow? Well, I think if they play Purdue tomorrow, it's going to be interesting. Tony Carr playing 3 days in a row. It's going to be interesting to see how rested this team is going to be tomorrow, because it would be their 3rd game in 3 days tomorrow. Again, we will see you in about 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes for the next game between Rutgers and Purdue right here on JJ Sports. Again, Penn State will move on to the semifinals tomorrow on CBS. For our entire crew, so long from the world's most famous arena, 69-68, the Nittany Lions win it here in the Big Ten tournament. They will advance to the semifinals tomorrow. Have a great